It was an ordinary morning, or so it seemed. A hand reached out from under the blanket, a woman's hand, yet wearing a man's watch. Bare feet stepped on the cold floor, small and delicate, yet inside a man's shoes. The same hand adjusted a necktie before grabbing a leather briefcase. Rose, in Adam's body, was heading out. Driving through the streets of the city, she stopped at a red light. A man in the car beside her smiled flirtatiously. She scowled in return. The green light flashed, and she drove off without a word. Outside Adam's office, Rose caught a glimpse of her reflection in the tall glass building. She froze. The face staring back at her was not Adam's. It was her own face, feminine, with long tied hair, wearing a man's suit. She panicked. Rushing inside, she mistakenly entered the men's restroom. She stared at herself in the mirror, her breath catching. Uncertainly, she unzipped her pants and confirmed the terrifying truth. She no longer had a male body. Just then, a man walked in. Rose flinched and quickly pretended to use the urinal, awkwardly smiling when the man glanced her way. As soon as he left, she double-checked herself in the mirror and stormed out in distress. At the office reception, she tried to walk through confidently. Hey, the boss hasn't arrived yet," Emmy, the receptionist, said. "What?" Rose snapped. "You mean you're stopping me from entering my own office?" "Sorry, ma'am. Please be civilized," Emmy responded cautiously. "Who are you calling, ma'am, you fool? I'm your boss." Other employees rushed to the scene. One of them, Becca, stepped forward. "Ma'am, please leave and don't cause trouble." Rose's eyes widened. "Becca, what did you call me?" They dragged her out as she kicked and shouted. Back at Adam's home, Mary, Adam's wife, walked into the sitting room only to find Rose, in Adam's clothes, sitting there calmly. Adam, in Rose's body, sat quietly in Adam's living room, wearing his clothes, confused and exhausted. Her mind was racing, trying to understand the bizarre transformation she had woken up to. She hadn't even noticed the footsteps from the kitchen until Mary, Adam's wife, entered the room. Mary froze when she saw the stranger sitting on her couch, dressed like her husband. "Excuse me?" Mary asked sharply. Without looking up, Rose responded, "Make me some coffee first." Mary's expression turned from confusion to anger. "Who are you? And why are you wearing my husband's clothes?" Rose looked up and said, "I'm your husband." Mary's eyes widened in rage. "Get out of this house before I scream." Rose stood up. "You're going to scream at me like I'm a stranger? Are you crazy?" Mary slapped her across the face. Elsewhere, Rose, now in Adam's body, woke up in Rose's bed. A gentleman in a pajama. He touched his head. The long hair was gone. He ran to the mirror and screamed. He was not in his own body anymore. Back at Adam's house, Mary was furious. "I'm raising this man's children, and you dare walk in here pretending to be him?" Adam, still in Rose's body, tried to speak calmly. "I am him. I'm Adam. I woke up like this." Mary shouted, "Get out! Thief!" Rose lifted her hands in surrender. Okay, I'm leaving." Meanwhile, across town, Rose, now trapped in Adam's body, lay curled up on the bed inside Rose's house. His hands trembled as he stared at the unfamiliar shape of his body. He touched his face, his chest. Nothing felt like himself. He grabbed Rose's phone and called Salou, her boyfriend. "Baby," Salou's voice answered. Adam broke into tears. "I don't even know where to begin." Salou sounded confused. "Who is this?" "It's me. It's Rose." The call disconnected. Adam dropped the phone and curled into the corner of the room, sobbing uncontrollably. Later, in a car, Adam, still trapped in Rose's body, called one of his clients using his phone. "Good morning. This is Mr. Adam," he said, trying to sound composed. The voice on the other end hesitated. "Sorry. Who's speaking?" "This is Mr. Adam." Click. The call disconnected. Adam screamed, throwing the phone onto the seat. "I'm Adam! I'm Adam!" Meanwhile, Adam, still trapped in Rose's body, sat in a hospital consultation room, unkempt and desperate. She faced the doctor and pointed at her chest angrily. "I didn't have these yesterday," she said. "This isn't my body." She opened her shirt and trousers, revealing the body she had woken up in. "I'm not crazy. This is real." The doctor just stared. Frustrated, Rose dressed quickly, grabbed the car keys, and stormed out. That evening, she sat at a bar, drinking alone. A man approached her. "Hey, sister," he said, "you're looking lonely." She ignored him. He pulled a chair beside her. "Let me buy you a drink." Then, boldly, he touched her backside. Without warning, Adam, still in Rose's body, smashed her beer bottle on his head. He collapsed. She leapt on him and started punching. "Who told you I wanted your offer?" The bar crowd rushed in to pull her away. Outside the bar, walking toward Adam's car, she heard someone call, "Rose! Rose!" It was Sele. She kept walking. "Rose!" He caught up and touched her shoulder. "I've been calling you." She turned and forced a smile. "Ah, sorry. Someone pissed me off inside. Are you okay?" "I'm fine." She studied him carefully. Adam, still in Rose's body, realized this man seemed familiar with Rose, but he himself didn't remember him well. This could be a chance to learn more. "You have a car now?" Sele asked. She smiled politely. "Yeah, still learning." "You want me to drive?" Rose hesitated, then handed him the keys. "Sure," he said, acting normal. If Sele trusted her, he might say something useful. Inside the car, Sele looked over and smiled. "You're dressing different these days." She nodded. "Just trying to confuse the enemy." Her phone rang. It read, "Wife." She turned the screen away from him. "You don't answer my calls anymore?" Sele said softly. "There's been a lot going on," she said vaguely. Rose played along, listening carefully to everything Sele said. He wasn't just making small talk. He was trying to understand who Rose was to this man. They arrived at Rose's house. "This is your place, right?" he asked. She nodded again. "Oh, right, yeah. Forgot for a moment." She handed him some cash. "Thanks. Here's your fare." "I was just helping," Sele said. "Just pick up next time." Rose smiled faintly, supportive, but watching, listening, learning. Inside Rose's house, Rose walked in slowly. She stepped inside and looked around. The pictures on the walls, the soft colors, the beautiful feminine energy. It was all too familiar, clearly decorated by a woman. Suddenly, she sensed someone behind her. She turned slowly. Standing there was Rose in his body. They stared at each other, wide-eyed. After a long pause, they embraced. Two souls, trapped in each other's bodies, both finally face to face, but still completely lost